So, we are into week 6 with our power rankings, and I just gotta say a few things off my chest here at the back. Thank you for anybody who's found the channel during Big Brother and has subscribed. We're 51 subscribers away from 500. That's the goal for the year, and that's really what I'm trying to get. And anybody who's came from Big Brother, thank you for that. Leave a like and subscribe again if you're here for the first time and you want to see more Big Brother content play out the rest of the season. Now let's get into the Big Brother power rankings for week 6. So I mentioned there a second ago I wanted to get something off my chest, and it's pretty simple. Big Brother 26 and this cast is beyond frustrating to watch. When I list these people 1 through 11, I don't think there's a single good gamer out there. This cast is filled with a bunch of just duds for gamers and people who are kind of just floating by, and they're playing more for who they like as an individual to win the game more than what it takes to win the game. And even some of the people I have up top, including my top person, was in power throughout most of this season and fumbled it with just terrible gameplay altogether. So there's really no good players here. So if I had to rank these players in terms of quality, they would all be below average bad. Toss them aside. We shouldn't get these type of players. But we got a bunch of recruits. There's some fans in there, but mostly recruits. And this is what we get. And I know some people are liking the mess this season, and that's all the power to them. But I'm somebody who likes these games, Survivor, Big Brother Traders, even things like The Amazing Race, other strategic games for good strategy and people who actually have a brain cell. But Big Brother 26 is completely void of all that stuff. And we'll go into it here with my rankings from 11 to 1 because it really is this week. I just realized, I know I said every week that Big Brother 26 is really the season of who can destroy their game the worst each week. And it's just, I can't take it that much longer. I'll keep going throughout the season, but these live feeds and the things these people say and the moves they're making are just beyond idiotic and stupid. This cast is full of dimwits. But we have to rank them, so who's number 11th on the 11 dimwits? Tucker. Tucker quietly volunteered for the block with Takor, and she took it up like it was candy. And even though we tried getting back later, we didn't see much what happened with the feeds, she definitely seemed more than happy for him to be an option this week. I also think, him letting it kind of slip what Takor, and this is what I hate. So Takor told Tucker and a few others that she was not going to vote Chelsea out last week and kind of staged a flip if it did happen to keep Chelsea because she doesn't want to vote out another black woman in the house. This is now information for everybody in the house that probably should know, because just like if you have a final two or a showmance, knowing that somebody isn't going to touch or vote out or do anything against a certain person, whether it be up to jury or after, is information you want to spread throughout. Even though there is, I understand, some understandable for Takur's part too, racial backing here. This is information that, especially for Tucker, who is the HOH, now worrying if Cam was going to go and that information spreads, he's trying to do damage control. So I believe Tucker let Cam know about this and a few others like Leah and maybe even Angela, and explained to them that's why Cam would have gone home if Brooklyn won AI Arena. And I think it spread over. I think it could have been the reason why Chelsea was crying, and part of the reason why Takor is starting not to trust Tucker as much, saying we can't tell him as much information. He didn't win the POV. That went to Cam here. And now that he's on the block after his pitch to get Leia up didn't work with Takor, he's gone into full I don't want to be here mode. I'm going to throw the AI arena. Just vote me out. All this stuff. He's somebody who clearly is well off in life. This isn't about the money for him. This isn't even about getting paid the regular amount throughout the season. He just wanted to win Big Brother. And now that he understands that Takor isn't really playing for him or playing with him, and she's more than happy as we go on later here to move on to different alliances and different people than him, he's basically given up and quit. Now, people kind of want Tucker there, But this gameplay, anytime somebody's like, I want to leave the house, you instantly get last place for me. I think, too, going up to Angela and telling her she's an option, and then being like, oh, I'm gonna take you further than the Rubina. I don't have any final twos. I'm not working with anybody else besides just you and 6th Ave. It's very stupid because the information is around the house that Tucker has a final two with Cam. Tucker has a final two with Joseph. You would have to assume he has a final two with Rubina as a showmance. He's basically feeding Angela the most obvious wrong information, causing her to blow up overall. I'm just not a fan of Tucker's game this week, and he didn't even stick up, watch Angela's punishment all the way through, which again, I think sends alarm bells off to Angela. He doesn't really care that much about me. He can't even, be there to support me as I go through this long punishment, which for her was a long and grueling punishment. That being said, since we're talking about Angela, my number 10 dimwit this week is Angela. I still think Takor was looking for any excuse to put Angela up. I think the fact that even at the end it seems like she went against Rubina, Chemo, and Tucker made me realize she was always going to put Angela up. She's just looking for an excuse to do it. But Angela gave her that excuse by basically going to Mackenzie and Leah and Quinn and saying like, hey, we need to get Tucker out this week if he's up there, because how many other chances are we going to get? Angela had the right idea here about Tucker, just 24 hours too soon. If she said something like this after the nominations went up, perfectly smart play by Angela. But she did it before nominations. Quinn, being the info blab mouth that he is, ran straight to T-Core and eventually ran straight to Tucker and was like, hey, look at this, Tucker, I promise I will never vote you out. Secretly I will, but I will never vote you out. And Angela pretty much just put herself in a bad spot here at current moment. Also, to understand Angela's gameplay in the veto, she was given a punishment where she had to basically carry 1,000 balls with like a little grip thing into a trash can bin for basically 10 straight hours. It took her, I think somebody did the equivalency, was like somewhere between 15 and maybe even 20 miles, depending on how the distance was. And 6th Avenue had 3 people who went to sleep on her, and the other 2 allies were laughing when things were happening to her. So I think overall Angela did not feel loved, but her really flipping out early and getting herself on the block and being an option to leave this week is why she's number 10 on my power ranking list. Number 9 is the other nominee, MJ. And the reason why MJ is somehow not last place again, I don't know how she keeps avoiding last place, is because I guess people are coming around to liking her. Like, she's played woe is me so many times, though every once in a while she'll start giving out information and talking bad about the person that somebody else is close to as an ally. It just has the whole entire house read wrong. But against Angela and Tucker, there's a chance she might be able to stay versus either of them. And now with the talk of a girls' alliance coming and her and Leah maybe eventually getting picked up by somebody, she's going to potentially find a spot in this game where she can kind of make it further. She's not a good gameplay at all, and her reads are comically bad. But at the end of the day, she somehow keeps surviving each week, and there's a growing, more higher and higher growing sympathy purpose for her. But her targets are kind of just, I have no idea who she'd target off this way. At least it seems like maybe Quinn and Joseph, maybe Angela if she stays. We'll have to see. But yeah, MJ is finding herself on the block every week. I think there's still a chance she would lose this AI arena. She's out. But if Tucker wants to throw and Angela is not going to be competitive against her, MJ may win, but we'll definitely see this Thursday where MJ's at and where the rest of this week's goes. She hasn't been good at all. Her being 9th instead of last isn't because she's a good player. It's just because this house is comedically worse than her somehow. Now, my number 1 most well-insulated person I had ranked last week was Rubina. But then it became very clear to me after HOH and beyond throughout last week's gameplay that Rubina is not a good game player. She's really only there to do one thing: tell T-Core exactly what she wants to hear, and accept anything T-Core throws her way, even if it means she's going to go from the top of one alliance to the absolute bottom of another. Rabina is nothing more than a dim-witted Bowie Jane type player, except Bowie Jane actually had some strategy to her. Rabina now all of a sudden wants to work with Chelsea and Quinn, two people who were happy to have her go 2 weeks ago, all because T-Core's like, I think we should work with these people. I would like that. What do you think? Yes, T-Core! Yes, T-Core! Whatever you want, T-Core! That's basically Rabina's game in a nutshell. And usually when you see someone to showmance like Tucker, you would think she might be like that way with Tucker, but no, she is so far up T-Core's butt when it comes to strategy and just saying yes to whatever T-Core says, whether it be flipping on Tucker to keep Chelsea last week, whether it's just to get Tucker on the block as a nominee, whether it was to nominate Angela instead of Leah. No matter what T-Core throws, all she has to do is fight back just a little bit, and Rabina will be like, yes, I will do exactly what you say. Yes, you're right, T-Core. It's beyond stupid gameplay, and I can't believe just how bad Rabina is at this game. Again, it's a cast full of dimwits, and I just can't believe Rabina is now happily wanting to join a 5-person alliance who two people are going to realize they're at the bottom potentially with such a close trio of, T-Core, Chemo, and Rabina. With two people, and those two people being people who wanted her out 2 weeks ago. Oh my God. I can't handle it. I can't handle this level of stupid. It's the whole, making it obvious that she is, T-Core's most loyal ally besides maybe Chemo, but I don't even think Rabina's more loyal than Chemo when she was just bawling during, T-Core's HOH win, which I get. Be happy for your friend, but, she has no hope. She will do whatever T-Core tells her and be happy with it. That's Rabina's place in this game. She was probably in the best spot if she had an analytical mind and thought for herself, but she's only here to say whatever T-Core wants her to hear. So, that's why she's number 8. Number 7 is Quinn. Quinn. T-Core wants to work with you really, really bad. She even put up Leia because you told her to, she even put up Angela because you told her to put up Angela instead of Leah. But my God, man, take a hint. Leah has shown you nothing but no interest lately, whether it be asking you to hold her hand and she says no, whether it be asking you to sit next to her and she's outside the couch, whether it be Brooklyn telling you all the stuff Leah said behind her back and you believe that was a lie, whether it's T-Core telling you that Leah was pushing for you to be a nominee for the replacement yesterday, you again are like, nope, T-Core's lying to me. Me and Leah, we're basically the best people and best friends in the whole entire house. Come on. He so clearly wants Leah to be his America that he will not take any information against her, and he's basically putting a whole lot of chips of his game into Leah. Leah, who is now talking to people and making them think, hey, maybe Quinn and Joseph are too close. Maybe Quinn, Joseph, and Tucker are too close. Maybe Quinn, Joseph, Tucker, and Cam are too close. Yeah. Why is Quinn saying he's an underdog? He was a D1 athlete. He was second on the wall. He knows this game. He's a super fan. And the idea that he was going to go blab this information to Tucker, I think would half make sense if Tucker wasn't smart enough to realize that Quinn just wants Tucker out no matter what, and he understands that. He just doesn't hold any information back. He believes God sent that Leah is his chosen goddess, that he's going to kiss her feet till the end of the days. He is another classic, just bad, dimwitty player. He's at number 7. Who else is very similar to that when it comes to Leah? Joseph. Maybe Joseph is higher than Quinn just because he had solitary confinement, so I didn't see his level of stupidity for 24 hours. But this whole entire week, my God, he basically put a big picture of Final 2 with Tucker. I love Leah. Final 2 with Tucker. I love Leah. And the household notices it. The household notices it real bad. And he was the first person that tried jumping on Foot and Angela on the block even before he went into solitary confinement. He definitely is working with Quinn a bit, and he does kind of have Tucker, but again, because he's very much like, Tucker's my final two! Everybody! Tucker's my final two! Last week I wouldn't leave the room with him! He's not good. Again, he's probably number 6 instead of 7 this week, just because he wasn't in the game yesterday. Because that's how this game works. If you don't play the game, your status probably goes up. And he's the one that is loosely less connected to Cam. He's definitely kind of half connected with Quinn, and he's obviously very connected with Tucker. But he isn't connected at the all-bro thing as much as Quinn and Tucker and Cam are. But he's just not good at this game either. Completely dimwit. So that's another dimwit. So we're into our top 5 dimwits this week. Number 5 is Chemo. Chemo is starting to get upset with T-Core, and that's why I have him higher than Rubina, because he actually tries to push T-Core back a bit, and he's a little bit more insulated with with some people. But man, is he once again just one of the T-Core minions? Like, whether I don't understand, like, why was he pushing to save Chelsea last week besides just T-Core wanting Chelsea to be here? Why was he like allowing Tucker to get put up as a nomination early? Like, he basically needs Rubina needs 2 times for T-Core to say what she wants, and she'll roll over and just be like, yes, goddess T-Core. Chemo needs about 5, which at least gives some hope for him later on. But his social game is a little bit better maybe with Leah at the moment. He at least has going for him that he's not part of the All Guys Alliance, so some people are wondering if he would be. Again, there is no All Guys Alliance, and he's very much potentially being included in what T-Core hopes become the core group of the house. The issue for Chemo moving forward is if people win and they get to nominate T-Core, Rubina, and Chemo, is he might be the easy option to be voted out. But he's also probably the person that could win A Arena of those 3. We'll see how he gets going later in the game here. Again, if he lasts long enough, maybe he gets to play to make the end, and enough people in the jury like Chemo enough to vote for him. Because he has a very, I think, likable social angle. But he is just another dim-witted T-Core minion who, even though he pushes back a little bit, he very much will get to the point where he just agrees with whatever T-Core says, what she wants, and be happy going on. Number 4 this week. Again, this is the perfect example of a couple things. 1, T-Core really wanted to protect Chelsea and the people around Chelsea. And 2, just doing nothing in the house is a good thing a lot of times in this house. And that's Cam. Cam won the POV. T-Core actually was happy that he won the POV, being like, that's so good. He'll protect Chelsea now. I'm so happy for Cam. I never want to put Cam up in the first place. Cam, and Chelsea. And because of that, I think people like Rubina, people like Chemo are a little bit looser on Cam. Obviously, Chelsea's going to be working hard with Cam. Leah understands Cam's a number that she needs to bring in more and has been this week. And Cam, believe it or not, after the vote this week, has had some very good conversations and very good reads of the house. He understands the power is to Core and Chemo. He said if he wins the HOH, he's going to put up Rubina to Core and Chemo, attacking that power structure. He was able to talk well originally with Tucker, make a final 2 with them, and he's really just hammering down, if Tucker's on the block this week, we should probably get him out. Now, there's a little bit of pushback on that after he made a final 2 with Tucker, but I think once Leah and MJ get with him, and he's kind of the only person trying to collect Leah and MJ as much as anybody is in the house, that he could be set himself up in a better spot as this week moves on. Not to mention, as these competitions start getting more physical and the quizzes probably die out and we get a lot more of the run back and forth memory comp type compositions, Cam very much could become the comp threat that takes over this game, like Jag did last year, like Cody did a couple years ago, like Xavier did at the end of his season. Cam could be that once Tucker leaves. If Tucker doesn't leave this week, but Tucker leaves down the road, if Cam's there after Tucker, I'm looking at the competitors in this house. I don't like if Quinn and Tucker are gone. I don't know anybody who's going to be Cam in the type of veto or type comp. That's just my personal opinion, and because of that, I think there's a good chance Cam can get to the end of this game. And does he have the social prowess to win? Maybe not, but if he wins comps, maybe he will. Number 3, not because I don't think she's playing any good game here, but just because people are so hell-bent on protecting her, is Leah. Leah had Angela protecting her. Leah had Joseph trying to protect her. Leah had Quinn trying to protect her. Leah even had T-Core and Chelsea trying to protect her. She has a whole lot of people looking to protect her in this house. She's in no real alliance, but my God, she at least knows how to say things, I feel like, to people unintentionally by any means that make them like her per se. She did do a good job reminding T-Core she was with them T-Core, she was with them in the Rabina flip vote, and she's always voted with T-Core this whole season. And her telling T-Core, hey, why are we not trying to get the physical threats out? Does ring, I think, some bells in T-Core's deep mind, per se. Now, T-Core was ready to put Leah up at first, and she even seemed like she was going to put her up this morning, but Angela became the target, and she even afterwards, T-Core was like, you know what, maybe I should have put Quinn up instead of Angela. I think Leah was right. An all-girls alliance has been proposed. Leah might be the kind of a good centerpiece of that, as she's the one who probably is the best relationship with the other side of the guys, and she's the one most vocal about taking them out. And even if you tell the guys, hey, Leah wants you out, they're like, but Leah's pretty. Leah likes me. I don't want Leah out. She would never want me out. So, hey, gotta give her credit for that. She moves up 3 spots to number 3 so far, and yeah. Number 2, not because I like any of her gameplay at all, is T-Core. Oh. T-Core once again decided to blow up an alliance this week that she was in, that was protecting her, to go be with people who aren't really ready to protect her for the long game. Maybe Quinn will be a little bit, but Chelsea is not here to protect T-Core at all long term. She's just riding the T-Core wave right now because T-Core's HOH, but I hate this gameplay for her. This, oh my goodness, I'm HOH, this is the worst thing in the world. Oh, people gonna have to go on the block. Oh, like, you're playing Big Brother. You signed up to play Big Brother, a social strategy game where you have to vote people out. I'm sorry, but you should be excited to be HOH. You should be excited about all this stuff. You shouldn't be crying like a little baby. But it doesn't matter, because the reason why she's ranked number 2 is because she has Rabina saying whatever she agrees to. She has Chemo saying whatever she agrees to. Even Tucker is going out of his way to protect T-Core as much as he can. She has some support in the house, and as long as she's able to socially somehow get back with both Quinn and Chelsea, she might make it for the long haul. But my God, the crybaby woe is me. HOH is hard. I never want this again. Like, I'm sorry, this cast is a dud for me. The strategic levels is a dud. The inability to play this game and the recruits basically whining 24/7 having to play this game, like, I can't take it all the time. But that's just Big Brother 26. And from the seams of it to core, with Angela kind of blowing up 6th Avenue, she's maybe finding her way into a new alliance, but I don't know what she'll end up being. All I know is she has some loyal foot soldiers in her way that are willing to make moves happen, but that's either going to be at a detriment to her down the line, or it's going to be a positive. I think for her, she needs Tucker to stay in the game, because as long as Tucker is there at a certain point before jury or as jury starts, T-Core is the lesser threat. But once Tucker goes out, I have a feeling people like Chelsea, people like Joseph, people even like Leah and MJ might be like, man, T-Core has like 3 people just doing whatever she says. We should probably get her out. But T-Core has one goal this week. She had one goal, and she succeeded in this goal. And that is to give Chelsea the #1 spot. High five, Chelsea. I know you were on top of the table a couple weeks ago, even though your alliance was in power for 3 straight weeks, and you've now lost 2 alliance members because you were such a bad player that you couldn't pick up any outside numbers. You couldn't socially work up the house to be on your side. T-Core has decided that you are the chosen one, so she is going to protect you if Brooklyn wins the AI Arena because her reasons. She's going to dump everybody else in the game and blow up whatever she can in the game to make sure you're safe and you feel okay. She's going to be gifting you a potential alliance here that you don't have to be too loyal to, but will be loyal to you because T-Core said it. Chelsea, you are the #1 ranked player in the game right now, and it's not because you're a good player. It's not because you do have some signs of having good social talk per se, but I saw you in power previously, and you basically threw it all away doing nothing. So, in my opinion, you're still a very D+ type player. In a normal season where there's people who are actually thinking about this game and are actually making alliances based off the people who are going to protect them and who they trust, not the people that wanted to vote out their allies and all the other reasons, you would be basically in a bad position, or maybe even gone this week. But no, you have a guardian angel called T-Core, and she is going to do whatever she can to make sure you win this game. So if you win $750,000 in October, just say 3 words. Thank you, T-Core. And that is the power rankings for this week. This house is beyond bad at this game. And as somebody who wants to see good gameplay, it's really tough to watch. But tell me why I'm wrong in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see what happens this Thursday. Maybe a live stream Wednesday night as well, too. I think I'm going to do a live stream Wednesday night for the episode. But besides that, thank you for watching the Big Brother Power Rankings, where I rank the 11 dimwits left at the house because nobody at this game is good. See you next week.